Hi, I'm David. I'm a Christian with a church job. What does Jesus mean to me? It's a good question. Well, he means everything to me, but in a very different way to when I was a kid. I did believe Jesus was real when I was growing up, but I think in my head he was always keeping score, and I was always on the wrong side of the score. Another mistake, something else selfish, something non-religious. And I guess the older I got, the more it just felt like this pressure to be someone that I wasn't. And so when something big happened in my life, I lost someone I loved, well, that was it. I just gave up being a Christian, gave up believing in Jesus. And then years later, when I came back to faith, it's like I'd never really known him properly, hadn't understood who he really is and what he's really about. I'm deliberately made this film in a place full of people because I think Jesus is all about the people. He brings people together. People who otherwise wouldn't be friends into a new, amazing, diverse, multicultural, multicoloured family. A family with so many different ways of being and humanity. Not accidentally, that's the job. He wants to make a way for us to be reconciled, not enemies anymore, and for us to understand that we were already intended to be one people, one humanity for the one world he gave us to live in. Now, it seems to me that if you don't understand that, then you're never going to understand why he died on the cross or why he rose from the dead. The heart of Jesus for me is his friendship, his love for everyone. I love the fact that people can be themselves, but also be his. And as they discover in his word, the Bible, especially in the way the church grew in new ways, what they discover is that love has no limits in the way they thought it was limited. There's a lovely moment in the Acts of the Apostles where Peter's mind is first of all blown by a dream where God says to him, the rules you thought you had to follow about food, they don't really matter anymore. Says to him, don't call something unclean, but I'm saying it's clean. And then soon he finds himself in the house of a Roman centurion called Cornelius, who's a good man, has helped the Jewish people, but he'll never really belong because he didn't happen to be born Jewish. He's not a child of Abraham. But then as they talk together about Jesus and what he's done, the Holy Spirit comes, and Cornelius and his friends are filled with that Spirit. The truest mark that you are a Christian is that God is in you, God's at work in you. And Peter sees that, he recognises it, and he trusts it. And he goes to a lot of trouble, a lot of conflict to say to other people, no, this is what God is doing now. What used to be different is now united. And what we share is that amazing relationship with Jesus who changes lives. So if, like the way I was, you've rejected Jesus or maybe never even given him a chance, I just invite you to experience his friendship. It doesn't matter where or how. Find someone else who believes in Jesus and ask them, what does he mean to you? Why do you take the trouble to have him at the centre of your life? But expect to have your mind blown by his capacity for love. He is God, Lord of the universe, but he loves me and you.